depends. I've gone through phases of being more a painter, and then other times being more of a drawing in the studio. But then there's been times when I started doing kind of street art style. A lot of people saw me as a street artist, although I haven't done a huge amount of wall work. So I wouldn't like to say one thing or another, so just an artist. Yeah, I studied in art college, then I went to university to do an art degree, and then after a few years I did another 2 years working, using art but working with people. So no more kind of workshop stuff. So teaching people how to run workshops, teaching people how to work with groups of adults and children, either in the community or in hospitals. So I did that. That was a really good thing to do. It was a relief after doing fine art, which is very much about, it's very insular. It's very much about you thinking about what you're doing and evaluating and assessing everything you're doing. So it was a really nice break for me to work with people and it to be something that was engaging and fun and light. So it's nice for me to do a workshop now and come back to that. So, yeah, I definitely find that I'm happier when I can look at a brief and then I can decide if I get a chance to do that, which is really great. I can decide on how I want to deliver that, how I want to present it, and what materials I want to use. So yeah, so it's really helpful. Yeah, that's really important, to have that immediacy and to be able to create something that has a very quick expression to it. That's been really great to be able to present in the workshops, because it's quite a challenge. Especially when I'm working, say, on a wall project, that's very labour intensive. There's a lot of planning involved, and that can take a long time. So it's nice to have work that offsets that. I think the hardest thing is, for me, I always want to try and do something new, and I think that's why I work in so many different ways. It's not always good, but I'm always trying to test myself. So the project that I'm teaching in my workshop is about a piece that I did live, which is a new style, and that happens a lot. So I think I'm always kind of setting myself a challenge. So I never find it really that easy. And so, like, say if I like I'm doing a big wall piece in November. Now, the last time I did a big piece was last November, so there's a year lapse, so that's going to be really difficult. If I did it every day and that's all I did, then it would be a lot easier, but it's almost like it's like a language, isn't it? You have to keep using it for it to become second nature. Sketching and creating a narrative and an idea is easy. It's just making it into something that stands out. And I think there's so many people in the industry and so many people doing very similar stuff, and stuff's so accessible via Instagram and Facebook, and I think it's just constantly pushing yourself. I don't want it to be easy in a way. I'm finishing a really, really cool project that I've been working on for 2 months with Brown. Yeah. I've been illustrating 2 characters that will sit on, that will be printed onto limited edition tins. So that's kind of cool. And then I'm working on a job with Head and Shoulders, which is another really cool project. And then I have just stacks and stacks of projects. I do illustrate men. I just with female characters, I think the extension of the line and the curve, there's more kind of ornament to kind of embellish. I think it's different with men. I think I'm very inspired by Pre-Raphaelite, Mucha, and there's so much kind of attachment there, whether it's like huge ornate backgrounds or lots of flowers and just the hair. Exactly, the hair. I think for me, when I doodle, it's very much sometimes I'll just kind of just render like just hatch, and I think with hair for me, it's kind of almost like it's like a therapy. I can just sit there for hours, and I think that's very different with men and those curves. And I think it's just a language that I've grown with, and that's something that I've been doing since I was 13 or something. So I think I do like drawing men, but I think there's something that can be extended, with women. And people receive it differently as well. Definitely, I can put a portrait up of a male portrait, and I can really love it. And people are like, yeah, that's good. But if it's a woman, it's about the engagement. People fall in love with that person. People want to be that person. It's very different. So maybe that's something that I know that there's a couple of really, really great male artists creating male characters, but they're very kind of almost like Oberon, or this sort of almost kind of effeminate men, but they work because they have kind of beautiful, amazing kind of tribal makeup and long hair, and they have those kind of female embellishment, but as a man, and I think some people can really do that. But I think stylistically, I don't know, maybe that's my next challenge. Who knows?